Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na n'ụtụtụ na-eja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise, ise, ise.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans. Thank you so much for joining me wherever you're joining from. I say, may Chukwu be my guide and protect you. If you're joining me from Africa, Asia, Europe, America, Australia, any part of the world you are joining me. If you're joining me from Biafra land, I say, may Chukwu be my continue to guide and protect you and secure you wherever you are. Today, we are going to talk about the issue of the things happening in the contraption called Nigeria, mainly in Biafra land. We are going to talk about our freedom and the freedom of our Monstrous Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. A lot has been happening these days. A lot have been happening recently. And I have told you before that the Janjaweed are going to intensify their attack on the agitators, mainly the Biafran people. And as it is, they have intensified the attack. There is more attack now on the Biafran people, more attack on those who are asking for their freedom, more attack on all the indigenous tribe in the country of Nigeria, mainly the Biafrans. The attack have increased. We are losing more people. Even in our media, they are attacking us on media, making sure that we don't preach our message, making sure that our gospel doesn't go far. They are attacking our pages, trying to hack into our pages, trying to bring us down from by all means possible and make sure that the world didn't hear our voice, but we will never stop. That is why I will urge you, if you have not followed me on my other page, Chooks Survival, Chooks of Survival. If you have not followed me on that page, Chooks of Survival, go and follow that page, because if this page goes down or if you can't see me here, you will find me on that very page, Chooks of Survival. Check the page on Facebook, you can get it. You can also join me on YouTube, Chooks Survival, also on YouTube, so that you can get informations when they come. All these pages I mentioned, their videos are still on this very page. Go there and follow up so that we will continue. They want to stop us by all means possible. That is why sometimes I don't come online, but they cannot stop us. I will always come on as soon as possible. As anytime I have a chance, I will come on. We will not allow them. A lot have been happening. A lot is happening from all angles and all corners. The latest one that happened, you remember the issue of the case in Abia State, which they are usually trying to use to confuse people. The miscarriage of justice that happened in Abia State. They wanted to use it to deceive the Biafran people. They wanted to use it to distract our attention. They wanted to use that very verdict to make us stop doing what we are doing, but we will never stop. The judgment that we got in Abia State is not all that we need. That is not all we need. The call about $1 billion or 1 billion naira, whatever they call it, won't be enough to be able to satisfy our need. We are asking for one particular thing, which is the message that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has given us. We are fighting for self-determination. That is all we want. We want to be free. We don't need their money. We don't need their praise. We don't need their friendship. We don't need any gift from them. All we want is self-determination. We want our freedom. We want our freedom. They cannot deceive us with their miscarriage of justice, which happened in Abia State. We cannot be deceived by that. Whatever they showed in Abia State of victory, for us is nothing. That is normal. It is something that we know already. Every single Biafran know already that we are free people and we are innocent. Our Monstrous Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very, very innocent. Right from the very first day, everybody knows that he's innocent. But because we are dealing with monsters, we are dealing with people who don't have conscience. That is why it seems as if we don't know what we are doing. That is why they will always try to deceive themselves. Please share the video to all platforms. Share this video. Any platform where you belong, share the video so that people can join us and also subscribe on follow the channel so that we can be able to continue to push this very information. There is something everybody will do, not only me. You have a role to play. It doesn't matter if you are back home in Nigeria, if you are abroad, any part of the world where you are, you have a role to play to the freedom of the indigenous people of Biafra, freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and freedom of every indigenous tribe. Biafrans are not selfish people. Just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have shown a very outstanding example. Initially, they thought that they can bribe every Biafran people. They think that they can bribe Biafrans, but there are some Biafrans that are unbribable. It doesn't matter the amount you put on their head. You can't bribe some Biafrans. There are Biafrans you cannot bribe, no matter the amount you think you have. No matter your propaganda, you can't bring them down. No matter the attack, you cannot bring them down. Somebody like our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, He has set a very outstanding example that we must all follow. Attack will continue to come from east, west, north, and south, even from the inside. But don't relent in your effort. If you know you are standing on the truth and following the truth, continue to stand on the truth, and the truth shall set you and I free. Before we get distracted, I have to remind you that the freedom of our freedom as Nnamdi Kanu and the freedom of Biafran people is in our hand. It is you and I that will free ourselves. We can only free ourselves when we begin to do what we are supposed to do to get our freedom. When we wake up and begin to do what we're supposed to do, that is when we get our freedom. Nobody is going to free you. Nobody is going to give you your freedom. Not the US, not the UK, not the international community, not the Janjaweed, not even the lawyers can give us our freedom. No, we will take our freedom by ourselves. When we start doing the right thing, that is when our freedom will come. That is the only time we will get our freedom. And let me tell you, our freedom is in our hand, remains in our hand. We have to continue to embark on civil disobedience, hold it tight and do everything possible. The best things we can do, continue to intensify in everything that we are doing. Civil disobedience remains the only thing that can set us free. It doesn't matter how you pretend about it. It doesn't matter how you try to lie about it. It doesn't matter how you try to ignore it. That is the only solution. The only solution that have been seen working. Forget about every other thing they are putting on the ground. They talked about the political solution. Many people saying about so many things. Many people talking about all manner of things. The only thing that we have seen that have worked, that have given a positive answer, have made us see some positive things, is the civil disobedience. Mainly the sit at home. The sit at home have been working wonderfully well. The sit at home have always changed the narrative. Each time you see them on their media, the only thing that shake them very well and make them to focus on the problem of what, on listening to give us a listening ear, is the sit at home. It is only sit at home that make the Janjaweed to give us a listening ear. It is only sit at home that make the conventional media to discuss the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. It is only the sit at home that has made the world to look into the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and that of Biafra. This is the truth and nothing but the truth. The more you continue to run away from it, the more you continue to stay away from civil disobedience, the more you are dipping yourself more into slavery. It is only you and I that can save ourselves. Only you and I can free ourselves. Nobody can free you. No single person can free you. It is you and you alone that can free yourself. Welcome, my brother Felix. Felico, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Clement Aneto, thank you for joining. We will continue until we continue to do the right thing and follow the right course. That is when we will see the light at the end of the tunnel. Don't be distracted. Don't allow anybody to distract you, to tell you stories of something that will not happen. Asking for referendum, asking for self-determination is not a crime. It's not a crime. And this is the only thing the Biafrans are asking for. This is the only thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking for. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu succeeded in waking up the people to ask the right question. That is why they have kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They took away Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from us, kidnapped him in Kenya, and sent him to Nigeria through extraordinary rendition. Up to today, they are still torturing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in their detention. And because they continue to torture Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we will continue to fight. We will continue to talk. We will continue to speak. We will continue to sit at home. We will continue to embark on massive civil disobedience. We will continue to increase it. Anything we are doing, we will continue to increase it. If you are fasting, you have to increase your fasting. If you are fighting, you have to increase your fighting. If you're broadcasting, increase it more. If you are talking, shout more on top of your voice. If you're sitting at home, sit at home more. Add more days if possible. This is the way we can be able to get the attention and free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, also free Biafrans. If anybody is telling you otherwise, that person is a deceiver. No governor anywhere is going to speak for you. No House of Representative member will speak for you. No senator will speak for you. Nobody, no lawyer can stand and bail you out. It is you and you alone who can bail yourself. Likewise, the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The success of the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu depends on your action and my action. That is what is holding it. The success of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu depends on your action and my own action. If we fold our hands and continue to watch, then we continue to hold our son Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But if we continue to act and react, if we continue to show them that we do not permit what they're doing, if we continue to show them that they are holding the only man who is speaking for us, they have no choice than to let him go. That is why we are calling for everybody from all corners, from all walks of life, join the struggle, join the call for massive civil disobedience in the contraption called Nigeria to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the only way. It is not a crime. Civil disobedience have worked miracles in so many countries. So many people who fought for their freedom apply the civil disobedience, and it works wonderfully well. It brought the attention of the world and the attention of their country, and they got what they wanted. So, do you think that of Biafrans will be different? It is not going to be different. That is why we are calling on massive civil disobedience. Involve yourself in it the best way you can. Talk to your family back home. Talk to families and friends. Encourage your friends. Support them the best way you can, so that people can continue to engage on this very sit at home on Sunday and on Monday to get our freedom. They can never stop us. They can never stop. It doesn't matter how they try. Civil disobedience is the key, and it is going to give us what we want. It will definitely, it has already started working wonders. No matter how people pretend, no matter how they try to push it under the carpet, no matter how they try to deceive themselves and tell us there is another way, there is no other way except civil disobedience. That's the only way. Because we have seen it work. We have seen it work in other countries, and you have seen it work. It's working in Biafra issue. It is working. It is only because of this very massive civil disobedience, the sit at home. That is why they are talking about the issue of Biafra without being paid. Their media is reporting it without being paid. Asorok is discussing about it without anybody pushing them. The whole world is talking about it without anybody cajoling them. That is why you have to wake up from your sleep. Wake up and do that which is right. Embark on a massive civil disobedience. Increase the force. Anything you are doing, increase it. Anything you are doing to get your freedom, anything you are doing to see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is free, please increase it. That is the right way to go. The more we continue to wait and fold our hands, the more they will continue to have an upper hand. We cannot allow them to continue to follow. We cannot allow them to continue to fool us. What are we asking for? Why is it so difficult for them to listen to us? We are not asking for anything that is extraordinary. We are asking for something that is simple that they can be able to follow. Let us watch this video for you to know, for those who doesn't know actually what Biafran people are asking for. Because some of them think that we are asking for something that is extraordinary. We are asking for something that is impossible. No, we are asking for something that is very possible. That is what we're asking for. Something that is our right. Something that is allowed by law. That is what we're asking for. But they will continue to distract us, continue to dehumanize us, continue to call us names, even when they know that we are asking for the right thing. But we will not stop. I want you to listen to the lead counsel, our new lead counsel in the case of Suleiman Mazi Ghana. I want you to listen to him, what he had to say about our request and what we are looking for.
Constitution to be subjected to a referendum for the Nigerian people. Why are we afraid of a referendum? Referendum simply means that the people buy into the document so that it does not just become plastic. It becomes animated. It carries the will of the people. It carries their imprimatur. It becomes legitimate. It becomes respected. It becomes autochthonous. It enjoys the will, respectability, and legitimacy of the people, as the American people did. In about 1788 in Philadelphia, when they met, Republic of Nigeria at the age of 24, and it was.
You heard him right. You heard him right. We are asking for referendum. Why is it that the Janjaweed are running away from the referendum? It is not even only Janjaweed. Even our senators, they are not talking about referendum. Why? Why are they not supporting the move of referendum? Even the politicians who are supposed to be representing us, why are they not talking about referendum? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking for referendum. Because of this referendum, that is why they went to Kenya to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and send him to Nigeria through extraordinary rendition. And they came and brought all manner of lies, all manner of accusation against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as if he committed any crime. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not asked for anything that is extraordinary. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not committed any crime anywhere. The only thing that he was asking for is self-determination for his people, asking for what? Through referendum. Grant referendum so that people can decide their fate. Is it a difficult thing? Is it a crime? It is not a crime. That is why I played this video, for you to hear from the mouth of a senior advocate in Nigeria. A senior advocate in Nigeria, Mike Ozekome, our lead counsel. Listen to him, what referendum stands for and why we should have a referendum. Hear him again and hear him clear. Listen carefully.
Constitution to be subjected to a referendum for the Nigerian people. Why are we afraid of a referendum? Referendum simply means that the people buy into the document so that it does not just become plastic. It becomes animated. It carries the will of the people. It carries their imprimatur. It becomes legitimate. It becomes respected. It becomes autochthonous. It enjoys the will, respectability, and legitimacy of the people, as the American people did in about 1788 in Philadelphia, when they met. Republic of Nigeria at the age of 2.
That is it. So when we are asking for our right, it is not a crime. If you are a Biafran, wherever you are, don't be shy to participate in asking for your freedom. It is not a crime. Anybody who is trying to tell you to de-associate yourself from your people, if you're a Biafran person, if you're Ududua from the Middle Belt, associate yourself with your people and demand for that which is right. Self-determination through referendum. It is not a crime. It is a right request to make. It is not a crime anywhere. But you see them painting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu evil, pushing all manner of lie against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, holding him against his will, a man who has not committed any crime. Not single crime. He has not committed any crime, not whatsoever. You see them even in their court, in their court in Abia State. In their court in Abia State, their own court, because that is not our court. That's not a Biafran court. That is the court of the Janjaweed in Abia State. They could not be able to hide their shame. They could not be able to hide their shame. Even when they were trying to pronounce the judgment in favor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they still did miscarriage of justice. They could not give him the justice the way it's supposed to be. They couldn't. They couldn't. These are the people who went far to go and kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, a man who has not committed any crime. After going to his own house to kill 28 people, his parents died in the process. He escaped for his life. They came and began to push out their lie that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail. It wasn't enough for them. They went and kidnapped him and brought him back. Now that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has sluggishly, through them also, now that they have sluggishly given Mazi Nnamdi Kanu their miscarriage of injustice, which everybody know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is justified. And in that, why are they now not trying to remove the name of IPOB from that prescription? Is that not the right thing to do? Why is it that the governors in the Southeast, the governors in Biafra land, why are they not coming together? Why is it that the so-called politicians, why are they not coming together to demand for removing of the name of IPOB as a proscribed group? Why are they not making that case? Now that they have known that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent of all the charges, they proscribe IPOB. The governors in Biafra land proscribed IPOB for no just cause, for committing no crime. They were not holding arms. They didn't kill anybody. They did not do anything wrong anywhere. They were only asking for their legitimate right, and they were proscribed. Today, even when they gave them that useless justice they are given there in their own court, they are supposed to proscribe IPOB immediately. But instead of removing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name and IPOB name from that their prescription, they are still using it in their own court. That was why they came to ask Mazi Nnamdi Kanu if he's the leader of a proscribed group. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told him that he is not leader of any proscribed IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the supreme leader of IPOB, not the supreme leader of a proscribed IPOB. And after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have answered that very question, which is the right answer, they came with their media judgment. You saw their own lawyer. Their own lawyer came to lie before the whole world. Came on the media to lie to the whole world that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu denied being a member of IPOB. That is how they deceive the world. You see why it is important that we come online to dissect what they are saying. You see why it is important for everyone to be aligned. This is more reason why it is important for every Biafran to be sharing videos. Share the video of Biafran people where you see them debunking the evil of the Janjaweed. You share the videos. Any place you see a Biafran person debunking the evil of the Janjaweed, share the video and make it go viral so that the world will know the truth. They brought that lie. Their lawyer came and brought that lie that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu denied IPOB, which is a pure lie. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu denied being a member of a proscribed IPOB, which is the right thing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a leader of a proscribed IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, not a proscribed group. The governors are there watching. Those who are supposed to be the representatives, they are there watching. They did nothing. Even though when they know very well that everything that was done against IPOB was illegal. The governors know, the senators know, the House of Assembly know. They know that every charges they brought against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and every charges they are holding against IPOB is all a concocted charges. They are all lies. They are all blackmail. They know. But they cannot come out and fight for their own people. You see the Northerners. The North are even fighting for Boko Haram. The Janjaweed are fighting for Boko Haram to be discovered. They are fighting for Boko Haram. That is why you see them calling them repentant Boko Haram. They fight even for the killer herdsmen. They are fighting for the bandits. The people that you know that are really the real terrorists. They are fighting for them. But in Biafra land, you see the people who are supposed to be protecting Biafra people fighting again. They were even the people that are proscribing their own people. They come to proscribe their people. And today that a judgment has shown that IPOB is innocent, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent, still they cannot stand boldly and correct their mistake. That is how evil they are, because of their selfish interest. And if you think that these people do not know the right thing, they know the right thing. I will play a video for you of what a senator said. I will listen to this video very well, what a senator said, to tell you, to let you know that every one of them who call himself a politician, every one of them in Ohanes and Igbo, every one of them that call himself a governor, every one of them that call themselves elite in Biafra land, they all know the truth, but they will never pursue that truth. I want you to listen to this video very carefully. Watch this video I'm about to play now. Listen carefully, and you hear what this senator has to say. Then you will now realize that these people, they know the right thing to do, but they have refused to do it. And because they have refused to do it, they will continue to pay. They will pay dearly. Watch this video before we continue.
Who make contributions? The case of the Southeast with IPOB was a case where there was no representation from anybody from that zone. IPOB was immediately branded a terrorist organization, and they took a decision to go to court to proscribe it. There was no voice to say, no, these people are not terrorist organization. They don't belong to terrorist organization. There was nobody. It was convenient for them to reach that quick decision because there was nobody to say, no, this is not the reason. These people are agitating for attention to their plight as a people. Why can't you find a way of dialoguing with these people, use the carrot approach, bring them to the table, and offer them hope? Because hope keeps people alive. Tell them, we'll meet you this way, calm down, everything will be all right. But there was nobody to do that. They launched Operation Python Dance. I don't know what they will launch before the elections. You know, we may see crocodiles launched somewhere. There must be hippopotamus dance before the next elections in the Southeast. These are things that are not managed because of non-representation. If there was anybody from the Southeast in the National Defense Council, he will advise caution that this is an alternative. Let us set up a committee to interface with these youths. The other day, a few days ago, I saw Nnamdi Kanu resurfaced in Israel, Jerusalem. That's where he is now. And they were here. The borders were porous. He left from here. Nobody saw him. And only he surfaced the other day. Very soon, some challenges will start coming again. But these are things you can ordinarily solve through dialogue. I have continued to canvass this situation, both on televisions, newspapers, and various interviews, that the way the IPOB issue had been handled by the government of Nigeria was wrong. I've said so. People who don't carry arms, you don't brand them terrorists. Otherwise, people will be killed every day in the Southeast if it was the situation. No bombs, nothing. You've never heard that a bomb was detonated in the Southeast. You know, those elements you find in terrorism. You know, you find terrorism elsewhere. Then those elements were absent. So people are just calling on government to look on their way and help resolve their problems. Instead of doing that, they're using a big stick to kill an ant. And I asked a question, I said, have you seen anywhere in the world where you prescribe a people's grievances with court order? So if you are not happy now, I'll get to the court and ask the court to order you to be happy. Will you be happy? So you don't use court order to go and tell somebody not to be happy. He will continue to be angry until you look at the reasons for his being unhappy. And this is what Nigerian government should do. This country will be great for everybody. If something develops somewhere, all of us will run there and then see what's the problem, what do we do to resolve it. The other day in Kaduna, 55 people were killed. People are continuously being killed. And there was one thing I said one day in the chamber here, when the killings were on daily basis across the country. I said, these killings were going on because government has not done the right thing. The government must move in soldiers to these places. If you move soldiers to these places, you'll be able to contain.
You heard him and hired him clear. This very video I played is been long time ago. It's a very old video. But up till now, after so many years, this man that is speaking here is a senator. After so many years, up till now, they have not done anything to change the situation. The politicians in Southeastern part of Nigeria and Biafra land have not changed their attitude towards IPOB. The governors have not changed their attitude towards IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. None of them have changed their attitude towards IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. People who we are demanding for the right thing. Look at the senator. He says, this is a senator, Senator Ume, or whatever he calls himself, speaking the truth and nothing but the truth. That IPOB has not committed any crime. People who are showing out their grievances, demanding for their right. How can you proscribe people simply because they are making demand for their right? How is it right? How can you proscribe a group simply because they are making demand for their right? You went as far as calling them terrorists when there is no evidence whatsoever in their attitude that they are terrorists. He went further to ask that if IPOB were to be terrorists, Biafrans would have been killed in good numbers. But those evidence were not there. Yet, they allowed themselves to be used to proscribe IPOB. The governors in the southeastern part of Nigeria allowed themselves to be used to proscribe IPOB. And up to today, even when justice has been pronounced, in favor of IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they cannot still make case for that very proscription to remove. They can't remove that proscription. You are here. Boko Haram are being converted, repented. Even a soldier was telling that a member of Boko Haram can be a governor, can be a president. Remember the video? They are making case for bandits, negotiating with bandits and paying them money on daily basis. Yet, in the Biafra land, you see governors calling the military to kill their people for demanding for self-determination. Not because they kidnap anybody, not because they did anything, just simply because they call themselves Biafrans. You see a governor, we invite a jet to begin to bomb his own people in Biafra land. That is what Hope Uzodinma is doing. Even as you're watching this video, Biafrans are being killed, losing their life on daily basis. You see why Biafrans cannot be part of Nigeria. It doesn't matter how they try to push their propaganda. We can never ever be part of Nigeria. And it is not just Biafra. The Duduans are ready to get out of Nigeria. The other tribes are also ready to get out. It is not just about Biafra. So many people are demanding for self. As we speak now, there are so many cases in the court. So many people have filed a case for self-determination in the court, in Nigerian court. The Ijos have filed a file. It's not only some other sections have filed. The Oduduwa people have their case in the court, filing for self-determination. So many groups are asking for self-determination. So many groups are asking for self-determination in that country called Nigeria. But they are focused on Biafran, on killing Biafran. The most annoying is that it is Biafran people they are using to kill the Biafran people because they are demanding for something that is right, self-determination. And when you hear self-determination, you would think it is not a crime because even the North themselves, the northern part of Nigeria, have already taken their own self-determination. You don't know. Okay, you don't know. The northern part of Nigeria already have taken their self-determination without the permission of anybody, without even any referendum, without consulting the South. People in the South were not consulted. The states in the North, about 12 of them or more, states in the North, they are already practicing Sharia law. They are practicing Sharia. They went further to establish Hizbah to enforce that Sharia. They created an organization, they created a vigilante group organization to enforce that Sharia. Even their Hizbah arrest the Nigerian police. What does that tell you? Oh, you think you are still in a... Let me tell you, Nigeria is not a country, has never been and will never be, because they don't even have a constitution. If they have a constitution, you cannot be in that same country called Nigeria, where a certain part of Nigeria will be practicing Sharia law. Practicing it. Even they have their own forces that will enforce it. They form a military group that will enforce it, the Hizbah, and they are enforcing it in the North. Already they are enforcing it in the North. What do you call that? Is that not self-determination? They have already determined their fate, and nobody is challenging it. No law court is challenging it. They determine their fate. They throw away the constitution of Nigeria, which says that everybody is equal. They throw away the constitution of Nigeria that permits everybody to practice their religion. They throw it away and they install Sharia in northern part of Nigeria, and nobody is doing anything about it. And nobody is questioning them. Everybody is relaxed. They have taken their own self-determination. But when you come to the South and you ask for that same thing that they have done, they come against you with all forces. They go to the extent of naming you as a terrorist. Not only name you a terrorist, they use their military might against you. That is what they're doing against Biafrans, as if we are demanding for something that others are not doing. What Biafrans are demanding is what they have already established in the North. Nigeria have already been divided. But they are now using us, holding the South down because of the wealth in the South. Because they are lazy. They know very well that they cannot fund themselves. They cannot fund that caliphate they are trying to build. They can't fund it. They cannot sustain the caliphate they want to build by themselves. That is why they are holding the South by force. They want to take the South by force and join the South to them so that they can be able to take over everywhere. That is where you come about the issue of Islamization and Fulanization. They have already taken their self-determination, but they don't want you to take yours. And you are folding your hand, thinking that it is business. It is not business as usual. If you think it is not business as usual. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fight is a fight for every indigenous tribe in the country of Nigeria. It is not a fight for the Igbos. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu struggle is not a fight or struggle for the Igbos. It's not a fight for only Biafrans. It's not a fight for only Southerns. It is a fight for every indigenous tribe in the country of Nigeria for us to be free. Already, the indigenous tribe in the northern part of Nigeria are in slavery in the hand of the Fulani Janjaweed. They have no voice. They can't speak. They are being wiped out. Their villages renamed. Nobody is talking about it. Everybody is still going about their business as if it's business as usual. Are you going to talk about the media? The media have taken over. The media itself is in the hand of the Janjaweed. They are using the media to promote their own agenda, using the media to push their evil. And the media they are using is the media that belongs to Biafra people, media that belong to people from the southern part of Nigeria. They use Biafrans, they use Oduduwan people, they use indigenous people in the southern part of Nigeria to fight against themselves. And some of us are blind to this very act. A strategy that the Janjaweed have been applying from all the way back, from the time of Ottoman Danfodio. That same strategy, using the people against themselves. That same strategy they used against the Hausas to destroy them. That is the same thing they are using up to today. Up to today. Because of our selfish interests, because of our wickedness, we close our eyes to that. It is only Biafrans who cannot be able to see evil and keep silent. They speak. It doesn't matter who is concerned. It doesn't matter who is involved. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says in one of his videos, he said it that he doesn't stand for anybody that is doing evil. He will never stand for you. And he will never talk down on you if you are standing for the truth. It doesn't matter whom you are. It doesn't matter your location. It doesn't matter your tribe. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will support you if you are doing that which is right. Even if you were doing evil before and you change and begin to do that which is right, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will support you. When there is injustice against you, even if you are doing injustice against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sees injustice against you, he will not support injustice because it is you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will support justice, not injustice. That is what he taught us. Support justice. It doesn't matter who is concerned. Anybody that is concerned, support justice. Support justice. It doesn't matter who is. Don't say you're going to support injustice because it concerns your enemy. Don't say because it is about your enemy, you support injustice. Every injustice you support will turn back, or it will come back to you to haunt you. Injustice against one is injustice against all. Injustice against one person is injustice against all. That is why you must always try to support justice in any ramification. It doesn't matter who is involved, including your enemy. When there is injustice, speak about it. If you don't speak about it, it is going to haunt you. That was why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu supported Sowore. When Sowore was in captivity, when Sowore was, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu broadcasted, making case, speaking on various platforms for Sowore. He spoke about, even when Sowore is not favoring the struggle, he's not favoring Biafra struggle, which is Sahara Reporters news. He is not standing the way he's supposed to stand, which is for Sahara Reporters news. Most of the time, you see him bringing negative news. But yet, when Sowore had a problem, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stood with him, made a case for him, spoke out for him. That is how it's supposed to be. It doesn't matter who is concerned. When there is injustice, speak about that injustice. Speak about it, because it might haunt you. The media, Nigeria, is the greatest weapon the Janjaweed have, and they are using that media to convince people to begin to believe something that is wrong. Their media is doing so much damage. So much damage. That is why when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got angry, he will call them out and call their source. Some people get offended. Some people will get offended the way he's making it, but that is the obvious truth. It takes extraordinary knowledge. It takes extraordinary purity for you to speak the way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is speaking. He speaks that way because he has no skeleton in his cupboard. He's not trying to favor you. He doesn't want you to favor him. He's just there to say the truth and nothing but the truth. I want you to watch this video. Watch this video I'm about to play of when Sowore was interviewed about the media. Then you will begin to see the evil in the country of Nigeria. There are so many hidden lies. So many people have, and see the damage the media is doing to the ordinary people. Watch this video.
Greatest Nigerian people.
Yes.
I have not. Yes.
The women's revolution is what got you in trouble.
Don't
made some allegations.
Don't say that anything got me into trouble. That's the word that got the government into trouble.
That was what got you into trouble.
That's what got the government into trouble.
Yes.
It's what got Buhari into
But that's
trouble,
not the issue here.
Yes.
You've actually laid some allegations. But
Yes.
one will question the fact that we've seen you say that a lot of people died at the Lekki toll gate.
Yes.
Yes. Your family members have come out to lay
It is not true. It is you people in the media that are not doing your work.
Yes.
CNN actually reported a woman yesterday that the son died in her hands.
You are not correct.
You understand? You are the ones covering up the atrocities of the government.
Yes.
If you do your job, which is investigative, you are speaking for the government, you should be speaking for the people. No, are you not aware? No, we are not fighting you. I'm in the media with you too. But we have to challenge ourselves, media people. I am saying to you, are you not aware that 99 persons were recovered on the streets of Lagos between the 20th and the 24th of October? Our lawyers, yes.
Where are these bodies?
They are the
And
mosque.
where are the family members?
There's a professor of Bakunwa in Lagos who came out to the Lekki panel to confess openly that he operated on 99 persons with bullet wounds. I didn't make this up. You say you are not aware, you can blame me for that.
99 died, not bullet wounds. He said he died.
No, he said he found bullet wounds on them. You understand? Yes. So you should ask him that. That is the official coroner of the Lagos State government. And you are aware also that they said they recovered 22 people from Ikoyi prison. If you are not aware, I'm telling you.
I do know that some protesters are still behind bars. So,
and there are over 300 protesters still in detention. The Nigerian media is not talking about them. Only a few of them started talking about them 3 days ago. Well, I watched Arise on the regular basis. I have not seen you guys spinning on it.
We have been talking about
3 days ago. All right, so let's get them out. Why should anybody be in detention for fighting for their fundamental rights since 1 year and there is no trial known and the media is not talking about it?
So what is the
and we are talking about
having this commemoration?
I have just explained it. It's to let people know that the greatest rebellion that ever happened in this country in the last 20 years, even in my lifetime, should be commemorated because another one is coming. Whether they like it or not. Yes, a rebellion is still coming that will make this one look like a child play. As long as we continue on this very lost path that the government of Nigeria is taking us. Yes. Thank you very much.
A people united can never be defeated. A people united can never.
Thank you for watching. You see, why I played that video is to show you the evil in that contraption called Nigeria. Those were media people. Showere is in the media also. Did you understand the argument that was going on there? Did you see the argument that was going on? The way they were reporting their issue. Even Showere himself, who is still on the media also, got angry. The way the question was being directed to him. First of all, they accused him of being in trouble. Then he debunked it and said that it is the government of Muhammadu Buhari that is in trouble, not himself. He went further to bring some proof of people who are in detention. People who are in detention that the media not report about. The media, and this is obvious. Let me tell you, thousands of Biafran people are in detention as we speak. Thousands of Biafran people. They are in detention in the northern part of Nigeria. They will arrest them in Biafra land and they will transfer them to the north. Thousands of them, I say, thousands of Biafrans are detained. No media is making any investigation or talk about it. No media is speaking about it. It is only we that are on social media that will shout about it and our lawyers will go and bail them. No media gives a report about the Biafran people that have been incarcerated, innocent people who have not committed any crime. Last time you saw people who spent 15 years, after good 15 years before they were released. Biafran people, they committed no crime. The only crime they committed is that they are Biafrans. Asking for self-determination, which they themselves have already taken in the north. You see the mess we are in. This is why you have to stand up and ask for the breakup of the contraction. It is not going to do anybody any good. Not to the Biafrans, not the Oduduwa, not to the media. No single human being living on that contraction called Nigeria is finding it, and it's not going to be easy. As their 2023 is coming, they are only planning to cement the slavery. If they succeed in doing their 2023, they will only end up in cementing their slavery. Already you see what is happening. The evil men are still very much around. They know the truth and they will never follow the truth. Because of their selfish interests. Because they want to protect their own. Because they want to protect what they will eat. Because they want to remain relevant. Somebody like Obasanjo, who will always introduce himself as an elder statesman, an old man, and person who has power. He doesn't care about the masses. He doesn't care about the ordinary people. He knows that the Nigeria is not working for anybody except himself. He knows Nigeria is not working for any poor masses except himself. That is why he will continue to protect it until he dies. When you hear him speak, look through the line, see through the line, you will see that he is telling you that Nigeria can never work. He knows Nigeria can never work, but yet he will continue to support one Nigeria. I want you to listen to what he has to say. Listen to this very information that he gave out.
Almost anywhere I go, People will say, well, Nigeria is not at the table. And that is the truth. Oh, yes, Nigeria is not at the table.
He said everywhere he goes, he is being told that Nigeria is not at the table. Anywhere he goes, he is being told that Nigeria is not at the table. And he said it's true. He confirmed that that is true. When Obasanjo has confirmed it, why wouldn't Obasanjo support the breakup of the contraption so that people will have a meaningful nation where they can do a place that is going to be at the table? Why? He will not, because he wants to remain relevant in the world and in Nigeria. That is why I want you to listen to him very carefully from beginning to end.
Almost anywhere I go, people will say, well, Nigeria is not at the table. And that is the truth. Oh, yes, Nigeria is not at the table. About a week ago, I was coming from Gambia, where I've gone to observe the election on behalf of the Commonwealth. And when I got to Togo, Lomé, the president of Togo was waiting for me, and he took me to his house, where I met the former president of Niger, President Issoufou. And they sat me down and said this and that and this and that. Some of the questions they asked me, I cannot answer, because it borders on what they expect Nigeria to do, which they found Nigeria not doing. And how do I answer that? What do I say? So at the end I said, I hear you. And when I get home, I will see what can be done. But when I get home, I won't see anything. That's the truth. Because the truth is this. President Buhari has done his best. That is what he can do. If you expect anything more than what he has done and what he's doing, you are kicking a dead horse. And there's no need.
You heard him right. Go and watch that video again carefully as I played it. From beginning, he admitted that Nigeria is not at the table. He admitted. He went further to say that each time he goes out, when people give him questions about Nigeria, he deceived them by lying that he will do something when he gets home, even when he knows that when he gets to Nigeria, he will not do anything. He knows that when he gets to Nigeria, nothing will change. Nothing will ever change in the system. But when he goes to the international community, when he goes international, when people will ask him, he will tell them he will do something when he gets home. But he himself, inside, he knows that he cannot do anything to make the life of people in Nigeria better. He knows very well. Look at him calling the late Muhammadu Buhari a dead horse. Look at him. He called late Muhammadu Buhari a dead horse. He knows very well that the man in Asrok, the imposter in Asrok, is not Muhammadu Buhari. He knows very well. That is why he's bold enough to call him a dead horse. He knows, but he's still pretending. These are the people you are looking upon to give you a better nation. As they are preparing for 2023, these are the people they are going to go and get advice from. A man who tells you, who lies in the international community to tell them that he will do something at home, knowing fully well that he cannot do anything. A man who knows that Nigeria is not at the table, yet he will go to tell you to go and participate in an election. These are the kind of people running affairs in the contraption called Nigeria. That is why you have to be sorry for yourself. Sorry for yourself. If you're calling yourself a one Nigerianist, you are wasting your goddamn time. The only thing that can save you and I is a breakup. Break it up to save life. Break it up to have a good economy. Break it up to secure the life of it. Break it up to have a nation you can call a home, a place you can call a home.